Hey, y'all. Welcome to the absolute mess that is the Feral Creatures of Chaos podcast, broadcasting live from the depths of the feral sphere, where sanity goes to die and weirdness thrives. Lurking in the sphere with me tonight,
Hi, I'm Betty.
Narcy.
Hey, it's Madge.
I'm Helen. Buckle up, hydrate, and hang on. Let's get feral. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
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 How are you?
Oh, we're okay.
Feeling
Fabulous.
feral.
Good. Well, Narcy has gone feral and headed off to Barbados again, so we have our
Again.
wonderful Juanita
Join
joining
us.
us. Woo!
Our
Hey,
favorite
hey,
guest.
hey.
Well, Madge, you're feral. What's happening?
It's just that kind of vibe, you know? I'm getting sick of people's motherfucking shit. Like, if you say you're gonna do something, fucking do it. Like, I need to be able to count on people, you know? And I just feel like this week is just like one thing after another, and people just can't stick to the things that they say they're gonna do. And I've just in a fucking rage. And then people are driving crazy, and it gets me really like upset because like they freaks me out, and it's just like it's unnecessary. Like it's causing like people dying and shit. And for what? Because you couldn't wait 5 fucking seconds to get behind someone, you had to like squeeze in and cause an
Mm.
accident. So anyways, everything's just setting me off.
Betty?
Um, I'm I'm fine. Everything's okay over here. Living the fucking dream.
Well, that didn't sound fine, but okay.
Yeah. Juanita, how you feeling?
Actually, not quite feral. I'm on vacation from work right now, and that's usually what sets me off is being there. So as of today, I've been off for 4 days, so everything has just kind of been resolved internally. Um, but I'm not gonna lie, since I've taken on this new assignment, I've been so unbothered by everything at work. It's so crazy because I'm talking to people back at my old post, and they're telling me everything that's going on there, and I'm like, sorry about your life, bro.
Sorry, not sorry.
Y'all told me I was stupid for coming out here, and look who's happy. So
Sounds like they were stupid for staying.
they were.
Right?
It's that southern air. It's doing good
We
things to you.
there is somebody
That's
that's
right.
coming here from there, and I am dreading it because they are one of those people that are really good when like the upper management are around. They're really good like brown nosing and making them think that they're doing all the things. And they're also one of those people that all of the experience stories they tell happen to somebody else, but they put themselves in the main character's role. So
Please
like
tell me it's not Tommy that's going out there.
it is not Tommy that's going
Oh,
out.
okay. Oh, thank goodness.
No. Although for
It's like
other
that
reasons.
sounds like him.
But but then when you talk to the people that they really work with, they're like, I told them, I was like, listen, you guys are gonna love them because they're really good at talking up the bosses and whatnot, but their team members call them Waldo.
Mm.
Where'd they go? What are they
Yes,
doing?
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But other than that, I'm chilling over here with my steaming cup of tea.
Living her best life.
For sure. What about you, Helen? Anything have you feeling?
No, I don't think so. I made someone fall tonight, if unless that count. I don't know that that counts, but it was an accident.
Storm?
They're both so fake. They're both so feral this week, and they're acting like they're just chill, chill as
Happy little
cucumbers.
accident.
Yeah.
Well, I was, my kitchen duty, and I'm trying to clean up. I spilled something all over me, and I cleaned it up, And this guy walks over that way, and I was like, "Hey, don't walk there because the floor is," and then down he went.
Did you say it like slow like that?
No, I was like, "Hey, what y'all doing?" And then he went down in slow motion. The poor guy, he's like, "It's okay. I'm fine. I've only had 2 back surgeries already." I was like, "Oh,
Oh man.
I know a good
Poor guy.
chiropractor." I had to go get him some drugs from the office, broke into the boss's office and took him some
Oh,
meds, gave him some extra
Muscle relaxers or something.
stuff,
Good.
just some Tylenol, nothing
That
good.
That's
ain't
it?
drugs.
Oh,
I
that's
know.
nothing
I was
good.
I know.
What the
I'm calling
hell?
Helen's work if it meant I got
Yeah,
drugs.
that's as drug as you can get where I work, for sure,
You
yeah.
need to pay for him for a session at the chiropractor. Is it open yet or is it still under construction?
No, they talked to all the adjusters today. Well, the contractor came out and she's got to talk to a couple of other people. So no, it's still closed, but she brought me this wonderful gift today from the children. It's a giant metal Grinch. So I had to drag that home from work. I'm like, I'm literally going to your house tomorrow. I could have gotten it then, but that's okay, I guess. I think it's time for another vacation.
Oh, yes, I agree.
Yes.
Don't you think? I'm ready for a
Yes.
vacation.
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah,
Sign me
yeah,
up.
for
I'm
sure.
there.
Well, speaking of vacations, when you go visit these places, some of them don't just get visited, they rearrange you. And that's what happened to not only our hearts, but also our souls when we went to New Orleans. So let's take a look and revisit our New Orleans experience, what we lived and what we felt, and what followed us home.
So, should we start from the beginning?
I think
What was
that's
it? We left October 1st, right? That was the day we all flew out.
yes.
Yeah.
The day of my
Uh,
shift at the airport.
have they sent
Hey,
you your check yet?
No, not yet.
Oh,
I'm
you
still
really need
waiting.
that.
I
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
half a shift with you.
You did. I'm so glad. I'm so thankful that your plane came in early.
Me too.
I was
Oh
the
man.
employee that just showed up for the last 2 hours of the shift. So
Yeah, yeah. You came in for lunch and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think we've made it pretty clear in previous episodes, but we all live in different states. Well, at the time, Juanita lived in a different state, and now she's state buddies with Helen. So we all came
I'm
in from
so
all
so
over the
shady.
country, and we all arrived at different times. And unfortunately for Helen, it was the first because she chose to have a 1 hour flight at like 5 in the morning.
Yeah. I was 7. I got there about 9:30-ish.
All
And
day, all day, every
sat
day. It's a good thing you
for the
survive on air because I couldn't imagine like trying to snack my way through the day at the airport that long.
How many
What
hours
w-
was it?
9:30.
I
What
came
time
in
did we
at
leave?
I came in at 10:40-ish. And then I
Yeah.
don't know what time Madge and
I want to say
Marcy
it
were the
was
last
like 3
ones.
o'clock, if not 4, because we got delayed 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking it was
Mhm.
4.
Like
I got there about
3:30.
9:30 and yeah,
I
9:30.
would say about 6 hours.
It
Yeah.
it was a whole last shift.
Felt longer than that.
Whatever, my departure was a whole ass shift plus overtime. Okay, so
Yeah, y'all had a
your
wild
measly
ride.
little shift was whatever.
Well, the bathroom was out in the plane or something?
Well,
What?
that was just the first one, but like when we came
Yeah.
back, when I got stuck in 3 different time zones all fucking day at the airport. So, but and all alone, nobody there to keep me company.
Oh, bye.
Yeah, I was all by myself for an hour or 2. It felt like forever.
And then it was Betty that came, or was it Juanita?
Yeah, it was Betty, and I'm sitting there waiting, and the way the airport was, the 2 grand staircases. And I'm waiting. I'm like,
Ugh.
"Okay, I'm right here waiting for you." And she came out a different end and going up to some rando lady going, Helen?
Hey, okay. In my defense, her head was down and she had your pretty hair. And as soon as she looked up, I said, "Oh," and I looked the other way like I wasn't the one just saying Helen.
But did that lady also have a sign that said Betty?
Oh, she had no sign. She was looking at her phone. That's why I was just like, I was like,
So the
creeping
other
over to
Helen
her.
with her sign up, you just walk right
It
past.
was on
sitting there
the other
waiting.
end of the airport. I didn't even see her until I heard my name, Betty, and I was like, "Oh snap, there she is."
Yeah, maybe
She
she should have
texted and was like, I'm
screamed it.
here. And I'm like, standing there waiting. Betty?
She was
Betty?
looking the
My
wrong
little
way.
sign." Yeah.
Yeah,
She
because it was
looking at the other.
but it was your first time
Yeah.
meeting, so you guys hadn't met yet. So
Right.
I understand it's a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
awkward. It was like that for me too when Helen showed up when I was doing my shift in Minneapolis for
Yeah, I
the
remember
first
that.
trip, and she was like, "Hi." I was like, "Oh my God, it's you." So it's just like awkward meet cute, you know?
Yeah.
It's because I'm awkward.
Yeah. And then
I
how
am
long did you
too,
guys
so-
have before Juanita showed up?
Like an hour or so.
I felt longer than that.
I mean,
Yeah.
we
It
took
was
a lot
like
of pictures of
12:30.
nothing.
Oh, really?
I think you got in about 12:30.
That
Yeah,
was like 12:30.
yeah.
Oh, so it was like 2 hours then, yeah.
And how did you guys
Yeah.
approach this differently to get her attention correctly?
Listen,
I
I
think
stood.
Betty had the sign.
Yes, I
She
had the
did.
sign that Helen made in my hands, and for like a good 20 minutes, I'm standing at the
She-
staircase looking, and you know me, my blind ass, I don't have no glasses on, nothing, and I'm like looking, I'm like, no, 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 no. Like every person that comes down the stair, they're like, why is this chick staring like this? Like I'm just staring at everyone's face, and I look down after like 20 minutes, all like sad. I looked at something, and then all of a sudden I hear my name, and I look up and I'm like,
So it was reversed. She did it to you.
Yeah.
guys.
I
Wow.
went to hide in the
Wow.
corner and I'm like trying to take pictures of them first meeting.
We made so much noise, like everybody turned to look.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were like expecting some flash mob or something to break out.
Yeah,
It was
I
just
can
us.
understand how that can make like all the attention go to you. Mhm.
We didn't
Yeah.
do that to you.
So anywho, yeah, Narcy and I both of us flew into Utah, and that's where we met up. And then shortly we found out that our flight got delayed 2 hours because 2 out of the 3 toilets were broken on the plane. So they were like, yeah, people are gonna not like that. And we're like, great. But we were kind of freaking out that we wouldn't be able to get a flight out until the next day, or that we were gonna miss our dinner reservation that we made. So, we made the girls wait some more. And then finally we get to New Orleans. And I'm like, let's go, let's go. We want to make sure we catch our luggage, and they're down there. And we had been with these weird dudes since Utah. They're like real local boys, they were talking about measuring their gators. It was my first introduction into the Louisiana drawl. And he had talked about how he was worried about getting on the flight because, he might die. Because his doctor said, you can't work out, you can't do everything, you can't go on a flight because it's dangerous for you. And he was out there hunting gators and flying. So he's like, if I don't make it, y'all, like, tell my kids I love them. And I was like, oh, this guy. So
gosh.
they're walking in front of us, and we're walking down the stairs, and all of a sudden someone has like a megaphone and they're screaming. And I'm like, oh my God, like quicker than you can blink, I put down my sunglasses and my hoodie up so that people don't know that it's me that they're talking about, as I try to nonchalantly make my way down the stairs. Mind you, I'm like booking it down the stairs. I'm trying to do the reverse card on them and sneak up on them and say hi. But little do I know, like little psychos are waiting at the base of the stairs running towards. And the guys are like, oh, who are they yelling at? It's yelling at you guys. And I was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I was like, hey, but you're alive. You made it. Yeah. And that was my experience of seeing all 3 of them down there just harassing us. And the next thing I know, I'm like in someone's breast, and I'm like, who's hugging me? I think it was Betty.
It was me. It was our first time meeting. I did the same thing with Juanita. We gave a big old hug. Yeah, everyone was staring at us. It was a moment. It was a moment.
It was humiliating.
Although now, absolutely, thanks to Madge, I know what paparazzi feels like because she tried to daunt us so hard.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, why does this keep happening to me?
She didn't even touch her sunglasses. She just like flicked her head and the sunglasses went down, hood went up, and she was like vroom down
It
the
was
stairs.
effortless. Like I do this all the time. Like I'm so used to having to run from the paps.
She's a ninja.
Yeah, and I was like, and then that's the first thing Betty said to me. She's like, "Oh my god, look at her! She already put her sunglasses or something like that." I was like, "Oh shit!" And then we waited forever for our luggage, and then we got into probably the scariest Uber drive of our lives, right?
Really?
Yes.
Really? That
Yeah, I
one?
mean, that was the most intense one because I feel like we died almost 3 times, and then that was our taste of how people drive out there. And let me tell you,
Yeah.
I don't think there's rules or laws.
It's wild.
Pedestrians don't go in the street because
Yeah.
they don't care. They will like
Yeah.
they'll run you
Yeah.
over.
They brake probably a millisecond before they hit the car.
Well, and
Yeah.
we thought we were going to get into like a larger vehicle, and we get this minivan.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you go,
But
what?
listen, that driver Tetrised the hell out of our
He
luggage.
did. He
Yeah, it was like
did.
little
He
Jenga
did.
pieces. It made it work. But I was like, there's no way we're gonna fit into this neon Dodge. But somehow, that 5 of us and him and our 18 pieces of luggage.
It was in there.
Yeah.
Super
He did a good
impressive.
job. That was impressive indeed.
Yeah, because then we had to book it to our Airbnb, which we had affectionately called the Gator House. You know, it was between the pig house and the Gator House, and the Gator House won. And as soon as we walked in, I was like, "Oh, there's something in this house. Like something is like giving me the creeps. I could feel like a spirit, but I didn't have time to marinate on that because then we had to go to dinner. You know." But which one of you
Yeah.
guys also felt something? I know Betty felt it, but anything that first night?
Besides
No.
me? No.
No, yeah, no.
No.
Was that the night that we found the stair thing?
No,
Wanna
I
go
think it
back?
was a couple of nights later
Yeah.
before
Yeah. It was like the next day.
Okay, so then yeah, we get in there, we all get ready and choose our rooms, and then we're surprised by how many more rooms there are because we didn't think that there were going to be as many rooms as there were. And
Yeah,
then
it
we
was-
get ready to go to dinner to this place called
And once again,
Muriel's.
Juanita chooses the room without the door. So
Oh yeah, Juanita loves a doorless room.
But before reservations, we did take a walk in that park. That's where
Yeah, Jackson Square. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the
So
first thing we walked
yeah.
up on was the wedding.
yeah.
So we get in another Uber. Was that Uber scary?
Yes.
Weren't they
That was the
all?
one that almost hit the bike, the person on the bike. Oh, and it went through something really tiny, and Juanita was like, "Think skinny thoughts." I'll never forget that because it was like perfect time, and I was just like, "Oh my god, we're gonna die."
Yeah, the Ubers were crazy, but they took us to Jackson Square, and what was it that we first saw?
The band, the French Quartet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I've
French
been
Quartet.
listening to Spotify New Orleans. Like, listen, it was a bunch of jazz music. So we get dropped off in Jackson Square because we're a little early for our reservation, and we start to hear this like beautiful jazz music. I'm like, oh my god, like look at it's just like the soundtrack, whatever. We just thought it was
Yeah.
like normal, and then we get closer and closer, and what did we see?
A big, beautiful church and a wedding party.
A wedding party.
We literally were like crashing a wedding.
Yeah.
Hey, we were dressed for it though.
Yeah,
We
we
all
didn't
had
know.
dresses on.
Right.
We look like we belong there.
Yeah, like we totally did fit in because we looked like we were dressed to go to a freaking wedding, but we thought it was like a normal, like just jazz playing in the square, but it was legit. Someone just got married and we got to
Yeah.
be a part of that. And they do this cool thing where they like wave around like a white handkerchief and then follow the band down the streets. And these streets are amazing, like the cobblestone pavers, like not good with heels, but man, they're pretty.
I love that sound though, the clickety clack.
Yeah.
Perfect way to be welcomed into New Orleans.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what they really scheduled that wedding to welcome us. That's what that was for.
That's right. Exactly.
Spoiler alert, it wasn't the only wedding.
Every single day, I think.
Everyone's getting fucking married in fucking October.
Well, it's a perfect time.
Yeah, we could have been wedding crashers all week.
We
Yeah.
could've. You'd think we would have found more cake.
Yeah. We didn't get any.
I got key lime pie.
No champagne, nothing.
Well, when we had dinner at Muriel's, we had cake. It was like a pecan pie chocolate
Oh yeah.
heaven.
Yeah.
That was the best
It's
thing at that
really
goddamn
good.
place.
I didn't
Oh,
have dessert.
Oh yeah, she had her air and her salad.
Like lightly licked the air that was above our dessert plates.
No,
Yeah.
didn't I force feed her a bite? I think you took it. I made you. I was like, you have to have a bite, and you had it. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
She did make you take a
Yeah.
bite of some of
I
these.
She
think
she blacked it
so.
out. She refused to remember those calories.
I will say they are not very vegan friendly out there. I felt bad for
No.
you the whole time.
Yeah, and I would say probably not even vegetarian friendly. Like there's slim pickings out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Unless you want to live off of beignets and pralines, however you want to say that. That's all they have.
Yeah.
Luckily, we had to wake up a little bit early the next day, right?
just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fine. I mean, it's a good thing we didn't do anything the day before.
Yeah, we just a little light travel.
You
Yeah.
Shift at the airport.
shipped at the airport, a little
Yeah.
walk in the French Quartet, and dinner.
Oh man. And thank the gods for Starbucks delivery. Otherwise, it would have been rough going for all of us that day, I think.
Because what
Have
time
the
did we
coffee
wake
delivered.
up? We had to be there at what, 7 or 8?
Gotta be there at 7, I think.
Yeah.
That was our first time walking down. Or did we get an Uber?
No, we
No, we
walked.
walked. Oh,
Walked.
yeah.
Yeah, because we saw the
Yeah.
pretty sidewalks.
Oh, yeah. And that famous musician house.
Yeah.
And the entire garden's just on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because we
Yeah.
had booked a swamp tour that Helen was really excited about with her thalassophobia.
So
And
excited.
then a plantation tour. So
No.
we had to be meeting our driver. What was her name?
Allie, was it Allie?
Allie.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Allie.
Wasn't
We had to
Allie?
meet her at
Uh,
8. So
Down there and tried not to get run over, and then questioned whether or not we were at the right spot where we were supposed to be meeting them, like the whole time until the English couple walked up and they were
mhm.
like, "Are y'all here? Yeah, that's what we're here for. Okay, I think we're all in the right spot." And then we see her van finally go down on the other side of the street, and we're like, I think that's who we're supposed to be with.
Yeah, she's like 10 minutes late, maybe.
across the street at the Louis
15.
Armstrong Park, busting a bitch to get to us.
Yeah.
Busting a bit.
She was.
But hey, you guys remember there was a Jeep with an old couple staring at us.
Yeah, because we
At
waited
first we
there
thought
for
that was
like
all
what,
right.
30 minutes, 20 minutes, and all we kept seeing was these weird fucking trucks and agents from this Keep Clean IV, and we're like, what is that? Are they like out here picking up like IV drugs off the road and they're keeping it? Because it was
Yes.
literally
Getting the
over
needles.
windows everywhere. Yeah.
Mm.
And I think they were in the Jeep and we're like, is that us? Are we the Keep Clean? Like,
Yeah.
are we in trouble?
Yeah, we're like, we're not all gonna fit in there because they were like staring at us and we're staring at
Yeah.
them. Like, is that
Like,
who
we
we're
bought
supposed to
these
be with?
tickets from a reputable company, right? Like,
Oh, Betty, that was the one time, right, that we smelled someone with some good shit, right? That was that day.
God.
Oh
Right?
no, he was walking by rolling one, and I was
Right.
like,
That was
"Damn
going to be
it."
the plug for us.
Yeah, that was gonna be the
It was
plug.
the
but
only
he-
time. After that, we looked for one every
No,
day.
the old man. I think our last day, the old man was smoking one. That's when we smelt it when we were going to the little
Yeah.
market.
Mm,
He was
yeah,
smoking
right.
one early in the morning, like 7 in the morning. He was puffing on Mary Jane, living his best life.
Yeah.
you didn't even ask, be like, hey, where's an out of towner?
Well, we were looking for the plug. So that day that we're waiting for Allie and getting looked up by the Clean IV guys, we see this guy walk by rolling one, and we're like, and we both had the same thought, like we should have asked him. But we
Yeah.
figured there'd be more opportunities, but as you'll hear, spoiler alert, there weren't.
there was not. There was one tease later on, but it wasn't it.
So then we all get inside Allie's van. Man, me and Helen had some good times in the back. Right,
Yeah.
Helen?
It was actually
Oh, yeah.
called NOLA Kayak Tours.
Yeah. A great tour company, highly recommend. But
Yes.
again, the driving. I had
And
just
out
had a car
recommend
accident.
Allie.
I'm hurting and I get car sick, and then I got Helen here.
Yeah.
with a fanny pack full of fucking all kinds of things. And she had a fan, a little portable fan. Like I never in my life saw someone that's like, "You want a
I
fan?"
didn't want to be hot.
And holy fuck, was she right? Because oh my god, so fucking humid there. I should have said that yesterday. Speaking of the day before, as soon as we got off the airport and walked outside, I felt like I got smacked in the face inside of like a sauna or a steam. It was so freaking damp there in New Orleans, like crazy.
Thick
Yeah.
air.
It felt
So
like
somehow
home to
Helen
me.
knew.
It was
I was
fine.
gonna
Yeah.
say like where that's nothing. I was expecting it to be much worse than what it was.
Yeah. Because we were in the back. I was car sick and like not feeling good. And Helen's like freaking out in advance over having to get near the water. And we're just bouncing up and down in the back because we're just like
it
going over what felt like speed bumps on the highway or something.
Yes.
Is that
It was
when Nancy first opened up her pharmaceutical cabinet?
Yeah, because we stopped at the Swamp Stomp, which
Yeah.
great place for snacks. And that's where I was like, I'm gonna need some drugs because your girl is sore and she needs relief. And I needed ginger ale, and somehow I couldn't find it. And I looked like a million times, and then I had to enlist every one of the girls to help me find some ginger ale. And they're like, it was right where we all looked, and it magically appeared.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
like, "Where's
Betty
the
went to
ginger ale?"
chosen one. Yeah.
I'm like, "There's 2 different kinds. You want Schweppes or whatever the other one's called." She's
Where were
like,
they hiding? Juanita, you actually picked up the national delicacy of the Swamp Stomp. Is that right?
I
She did on
did.
the way back. Yeah.
No, on the way
Yeah,
there, she
the
picked
way
up
there.
a snack. Yeah. Remember, what was it called? Like
I
mystery
thought that
meat?
was after we were going to the plantation.
No, that was the gator puppies or whatever. But this is the weird white meat that you tried in the van, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Ew."
Yeah. I thought that
Yeah,
was after
boudin.
we got done.
Was it after?
I thought it was after when we stopped back the second time when she was
Yeah, I
dropping
think it
off
was
the
yeah, it was
kayaks.
when we dropped it was when we dropped off the kayaks before we went to the
No, because that's when you got
before
it. We were waiting for her to get the kayaks because she didn't have the kayaks yet, right?
We stopped there twice.
We did?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. I
We
don't know where
stopped
I
there
was.
so she could go pick them up, and then we stopped there so she could go take them back.
Yeah, I thought she still had them with us at the plantation.
Wow.
No.
Crazy. Anyways, what was it called?
Boudin.
And that just translates to mystery meat, right?
Pretty much, yeah. It's all the parts and pieces of all of the Louisiana creatures mixed with
Oh,
some rice and stuffed into a sausage.
and I believe they also include roadkill in that, right?
Mhm.
Because I know that's a big thing over there.
Oh yeah.
Quite the
Remember, she was
delicacy.
telling us her roommate was like a roadkill guy? And
Yeah.
every day she opens up her
Taxidermist.
fridge and there was like some weird shit in there. And I was like, yeah, I can't relate. I don't know what that's like.
Well, it's because there was the dead raccoon on the side of the road.
I have
Yeah.
a picture of it.
Oh, you do? Oh my God.
Yeah.
But that was at the location of our swamp, which I didn't.
Yes.
I looked at it and I was like, this doesn't seem very swampy. It looked like the Sacramento River.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the bugless swamp.
And
No
she's like,
bugs.
all right, just watch out for the dead raccoon. And we're like, what? Literally a dead raccoon.
Yeah. It
And
was,
lo and behold, that was the only thing bigger than a dragonfly we saw the entire time.
yes.
Well, didn't we see something else? A spider, right? Or a chitter? A chicker? Or what did you call
Yes.
those things? Chickweeds? The chitters? They lived in the old man's beard. Chitters, I think she was calling them, right?
Oh.
She's like, watch out for
Chiggers.
something like that. Where
I
did
no, I
Helen
think she
go?
said the stuff on the trees that like stuff that you want to
the
keep.
old
She
man's
said
beard, the Spanish
yeah.
moss, yeah.
if you keep that, when it gets older or whatever, it turns into like little tiny bugs. Whatever
No,
she
that they
called
were
them.
in there already, but they were called like chiggers or something.
Yeah, so we get there and everybody decides who's gonna pair up, and there's an odd number in archery. So there's 5 of us and then the English couple. And Madge and Betty pair up, and Helen and Narcy pair up, and Juanita is flying solo.
Just so you guys know, it's optional to have a pair. You don't have to have one. Helen had one because she's a pussy.
Exactly.
Betty got
Exactly.
me because I couldn't use my back, so I needed her to do all the work. I had planned to go solo, just like Juanita. Okay. So don't fall for her sob story that she was left out lonesome.
No.
Optional to pair up. Optional.
Well, I
Not for-
think
I feel like Allie was a little bitchy though, because
I was gonna say,
Juanita's
didn't
like,
she
oh,
ask to be with her?
Yeah, she did, and she was just like, no, I'm going solo. Like,
Rude.
Y'all don't do Allie like that. She was
no,
too
she was
sweet.
cool.
Yeah.
But
She was
did
very
say-
knowledgeable.
But she did say no. She's like, no, hell no. You're not
Yeah.
gonna ruin my vibe.
Which, with the shenanigans that ensued, I was very happy to be.
Yeah, like, let me tell you, Juanita was living her best fucking life out there in the swamp.
She was.
While I was bringing down Betty's ship, Juanita was just puffing away into the clouds.
And Narcy was driving Miss Helen.
Yeah, who I kept bumping into, and she'd scream, "Get away from me! Get away!" But accidentally splash her. But I was just trying to save our lives, which apparently all I was
Well, I'm
doing was making
sorry.
it worse.
Ours were more important, so I had to shove you away.
I just want you guys to know I had big dreams. I had plans to go there, kick ass, be like the star kayaker. And let me tell you,
Well, hey, you were for like 2 seconds
Oh, wait.
passing that group.
I'll get to that. I just want to give Betty all the props because I had to be at the front, which apparently I set the example, and the back has to pick up my slack. But I was not a good example. It got to the point where I was like trying to do my thing, and I could see Betty trying to like kayak, and I was like, "Hey, don't do anything. Like, let me go first, and then after I do, you do." She's like, "Okay." And I was like, "Don't do anything." She's like, "Okay." And I do my thing, and then I see her little fucking kayak dip into the water. I was like, "Hey!" I said, "Don't do anything." She's like, "Okay, but like I'm trying to help." I was like, "No, you're not. You don't know what you're doing." And then I just kept making us go in circles. Like we look like a washing machine. And I was like, we couldn't get out under the underpass, and everyone's like a mile away, and we're just back here floundering. And Juanita's just puffing away. And
of all of the banks. Like,
yeah. And then eventually I was like, you know what? I guess I'm the problem. Because I was like, all right, then Betty, do your thing. Because I got exhausted. I was like winded. I was like, I can't anymore. And Betty's like, thank fuck. And then she just started to move. And we're like flying down.
Yeah, you did in your mind.
No, I thought she was gonna hate me forever because every time we went into like one of the side banks and I was trying to like reverse us and she would yell at me, I'm like, I might have like, I'm just trying to help. I'm like, she's gonna hate me. She's gonna tell me.
And
I'm like,
I
this
saw Juanita. I was like, Juanita, do you regret not getting a partner? She's like, nope.
And this is my first interaction, like my first like time out too with all of them. So you can understand that they've all been on vacation together before. I wasn't able to go to that one. So this is my first interaction with everyone, you know, besides like the dinner the night before. But yeah, you know, it was a little stressful.
So we're gonna leave her at the bottom of the swamp.
Well, and not only like the freaking kayak is like you can feel everything. So every time that like Hetty would like put her hips into it, I mean Betty would put her hips into it.
I was like, who's
like
Hetty?
it felt like I felt like we were gonna like rock over and fall into the water, and I just kept picturing getting like dirty. Not really worried about the alligators, but just getting that like swamp water on me. But even though like I held us back, it was cool though because as soon as we got out from that horrific cyclone of my rowing, there was like a bird that flew right above us, and like it had a fish in its talons, and we're like, wow. And then he dropped the fucking fish. We're like, wow, that sucks for you, bro. And had we been with them, we would have missed it.
Yeah,
That's true.
we would have missed the nature.
Yeah, but Betty was a badass. She knew how to work that kayak. She was like, you just gotta feel it. Like you're one with the water. I was like, shut the fuck up. There's no one with the water.
In full disclosure, I've never kayaked in my life. I was scared shitless to get in the kayak because I'm a big girl, okay? And the kayak's tiny. Like they're tiny, and girl has bad knees. It's a whole thing. And I have no upper arm strength whatsoever. Like my legs are strong as fuck, but my arms are weak. So the whole 2 weeks prior to this, I'm doing my little arm workout that Madge sent us. I'm like, this is not gonna do nothing for me. But surprisingly, kayaking I thought it was gonna be so hard. Like, I'm like, oh, rowing a boat, that's gonna be so difficult. And then I'm like, 2 hours. Oh my God, my arms are gonna fall off in 10 minutes. But no, I loved it. I did. I loved every minute of it. Even when we were going around in circles, it was still fun.
Yeah. And the instructor didn't even care that we were floundering. What did she say? What did she say to
No.
you, Juanita?
She had told us that because I kept looking back, laughing
Yeah.
my ass
Yeah.
off, but I
Yeah.
kept
So
looking
y'all
back and I was like, "What's going on?" And she's like, "I was like, I don't know if my friends are gonna make it." She
we
was
didn't
like,
know either.
"No, we just kind of hang out right here, and let them find their groove." She said, "If it takes them too long, we'll go back and we'll get them, but usually it takes some people a little while to figure out how to work the paddles. So we give them that personal space."
She didn't even tell us how they work. Like there, I didn't know you had to go the opposite direction of where you wanted to go. And it was thanks to Betty's genius that I figured it out. And then we were like one with the water. And then the new group of people came past us and we were in our like killing it phase, right? And I could see Helen was just frothing that I was getting the hang of this. And she was just being a passenger princess and she started to be up to her wily ways. But we passed this new group of like 7 groups, and they're like they look like how we looked in the beginning, where they were frightened, they didn't know what they were doing, they were confused. And me and Betty were just fucking gliding across that water like we were born on it. And we were both like, yeah, we're the shit. We're the shit. Because they were looking at us like, wow, look at them. Look how they're doing it. Wow. Wonderful technique. And even Allie's like, oh, you guys got it down. And you're like, yeah, we do. We just passed her up. And then all of a sudden, Helen starts fucking kayaking. She's booking it to shore. Meanwhile, I got a blister trying to keep up with her where I needed a band-aid from Narcy's pharmacy. But
Speaking
yeah.
of the pharmacy, as we're, going down the river, the swamp, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I don't know what you ask for out of your
I
pharmacy,
just asked her if she
out
had a
of
band-aid.
Narcissus pharmacy.
Yeah.
Then Allie looks over, is like, "Hey, are you guys?" Because she's like sailing beside us. Are you guys pharmacists? That's cool. No,
No.
no, we're not pharmacists. Sorry,
Yeah, but when
not
we
at
were in
all.
Utah, I needed Tylenol. And she's like, "Oh, I got some." And she whips out this little like 8x6 container with like 16 different slots, and they all have pills and they're all organized by name and condition and what you could ever possibly need. Narcy has it. And I started referring it as her pharmacy. Because I'd be like,
Yeah.
hey, do you got some of this? Can I get some of that? What about this? Do you got this? And she's like, yeah, I got
Do you
that.
think she would have had anything for that neurotoxin from that little slug thing that you
From
wanted to
this from the
throw?
apple snails,
Apple
their
Yes,
eggs.
the snail.
snails.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Probably not. But maybe the EpiPen would work, right?
maybe, maybe.
Maybe.
Because we did run
And
into
you
the eggs, and I'd seen it all over TikTok, where they take like a piece of glass and they like completely just pop the eggs and smear them, and then they just put them in the water because they're like highly toxic and they are
invasive.
yeah, they're invasive and they're taking over all of our rivers and killing some of our fish, and so they encourage you to be murderous to their babies. So I
So of
kept
course she
telling
had
Betty,
Betty.
I was like, let me do this. I know exactly how to get into that bank. I got this. And then we just smash right into it. And I get the little eggs all over the tip of the kayak. And I'm just like, okay, remember not to touch that when you're getting out.
Yeah, it's like it messes with your
Yeah.
neurological. I did want
Madge
to
out there
say,
saving.
oh, sorry, God.
I was just gonna say Madge out there saving the Louisiana
Yeah.
swamplands handedly.
You're welcome.
The dragonflies there were freaking gorgeous. Such a pretty
Yeah.
blue, and they were all blue.
But
Like
a
this.
little camera shy, because every time I whipped out my camera, take a pic, they would be there with us, hanging out on the kayak. As soon as I whipped my phone out, trying to like not drop it into the river, they would just disappear, and I was like, oh. And then I wouldn't be
Who's
paying attention, and then they'd come out again.
Who had a spider in theirs? Juanita, was that you?
No, that
No,
was
that was
me.
us.
Oh, it was you.
Yeah. It was behind
No,
me,
that was
but Betty
me
didn't want me
too,
to
because
freak
Helen
out, so she
had
just
to
let it
rescue
crawl up
me.
and down my crack.
No, I did not. That shit was right next to my foot. And like I saw it crawling next to you. I'm like, hell no. So I moved my foot and I like kicked it like towards like me. And I'm like, oh, what the hell did I just do? Because it's like these big brown wet spiders from the swamp. And I just took my paddle and I just kept like taking the paddle and like softly, so she didn't really notice I was doing it, but like softly like hitting it and like squishing it against the edge because I couldn't see it anymore. So I'm just like squishing my paddle against the edge. Like if I don't see it in the next like 30 seconds, I know it's freaking dead because
Yeah.
Helen
And
had
you,
to
and
say,
you can imagine how that was rocking the kayak. And I'm glad she didn't say anything because I do get a little like hysterical when it comes to like bugs.
and
And
I
I
didn't
probably would
know
have
it.
screamed and shaken the kayak and we would have went in.
Well, that's when you were like, Betty, use your core. And I'm like,
I was like, Betty, engage your core. You're rocking the boat. I was like,
And
stop
I was
rocking your hips.
And the whole time I'm just trying to kill this fucking spider so it doesn't crawl on that.
And
Yeah, and
Juanita,
then-
you said there was one on your boat, right?
yeah, there were, yeah, because you
Okay.
had to save me. Yeah,
I
you
know,
had
I
to
got
come
it
save
off of somebody. Yeah.
Oh,
I
what was it doing with you?
was just trying to get in the boat with her.
Oh,
It
okay.
was, yeah. It was like creeping up over there, and I couldn't, like, it was at a weird angle, and then I couldn't see it. And Helen came over and saved my life.
Oh, so we
It's
all
like
had
Passenger
spiders.
Princess helped you. Wow.
Yeah.
She
Useful
did.
good.
Our next vacation, we're going to like a tropical island. Helen, you down?
I
We're gonna be
mean,
by
yeah,
the
but I'm not
beach.
getting in the water.
Just the toes.
So,
Toast,
who won the
toast,
kayak
yeah.
race back to the shore?
Helen, because she cheated.
Yeah, she did.
I didn't cheat.
She cheated, and she had Narcy, who apparently like grew up with kayaks.
I let Narcy take a rest then.
Yeah, but you knew I had a blister on my hand, my
I
kayaking hand.
didn't.
You know I did. I asked Narcy for band-aids
Look,
from the
it's because
pharmacy.
I saw the Englishman drop his oar into the water at the beginning. She's like, "Oh, it's only a couple feet deep," and he took the entire oar down to. I was like, "Please, excuse me, sir, don't do
Yeah,
that."
like I literally, she
Like,
went
did you
from
hit the
like
I was like, "Excuse
5
me, no, no,
miles
no."
an hour to like 30. Like she was down there before I was like, whoa, left us in her
His whole
dust.
oar, almost the whole oar, went in the water, and it still didn't touch the bottom. I'm like, I gotta get out of here.
You could stand and you would be hip length. You're fine.
No, no, not where he was. Not where he was shoving the oar in.
Shoving the oar in.
He was shoving the oar in real deep.
Yeah, he was.
It wasn't
He
that deep.
was.
It's pretty shallow. Okay.
He was holding the tip, and the rest of it was in.
The base. Ooh, okay. Wow.
Oh. Wait, what are we
Interesting.
talking about again?
The Englishman's
talking
oar.
Unfortunately,
How
it was the
long it
oar.
was. It was almost as long as how long Juanita had to wait for her food.
And
at
he
the
was
place we
pretty
went to.
tall. He was pretty tall.
Yeah.
Anyway, then we got done, loaded up, and went to the gas station again. And Juanita,
See, I thought we
got
went to the
sausage.
restaurant right after
Which
that.
ended up
Stopped.
actually, the boudin that I got then is actually what saved me during the next portion of our journey.
It tided you over.
Then we drove again.
Oh yeah, those drives they were rough. I'm not gonna lie.
But she was knowledgeable the whole way. Like she told us
Yeah.
about things that we passed. She told us about traditions there. Cause I remember one thing that really caught my attention was we were driving by like a bunch of wood, but it was shaped like something. Do you guys remember that? It was like, do I have a picture of that? It was like shaped like a tree and they said every Christmas they do that and then they light it on fire. I was like,
Oh,
whoa,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The wood piles that they stack up.
Yeah. But
I
it's
must
like
have
in
missed
a
that. It was
shape.
hard to hear back there with Helen's fan.
She's trying to keep herself
Yeah.
from
Yeah, it was
hurling
literally like an inch from my face. It was like,
all
we
the
learned how
bumps. She's
the old
like,
cypress tree is almost extinct because everybody was using it to build.
mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
got like a natural fire resistance or something.
Mhm.
And I think she'd only lived there for like 10 years or something.
Yeah,
she was from Indiana.
yeah. But she knew all the things. She was a great guide.
She really was.
Then she took us to her favorite local like mom and pop shop, where she said the food was the most authentic Cajun Creole, Louisiana.
It was called B&C Cajun Restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Walked
It
in,
was
there's gator
it
heads
was neat. I
everywhere.
like all of the like the decor that they had going on in
Mhm.
there and everything. It was very Louisiana. Like you knew where you were when you walked in there.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
The standing gator.
The bathroom.
I was like, which one?
Yeah, the bathroom gator.
Cute girl.
Poor
Yeah.
Juanita not getting her gator.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Like it was so crazy. I
Everyone's
think we were
food
the
and came, and she was like,
group
"Where's
that
my
they
gator
had
bites?"
in there all year. Yeah.
How
Well, and
long
then they
was
brought me
it?
out the long food
Yeah.
the first time.
Yeah.
And then they're like,
When
"Here
they
you go,
finally
baby. I'm so
brought you
sorry about
food.
that." And she's like, "Oh, thank you." She's like, "Wait a second. This isn't what
This
I
is not
ordered."
my
This is
food.
not, where's my gator tail? I
She's
want my
like, "Oh
gator
my
tail.
God, baby. I'm so sorry."
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
super sweet there.
Yeah.
And they all had like different accents, which was really cool.
So different, all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that one local guy trying to
I know.
impress Madge, speaking his French.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an interesting time.
Was
But I
it
think
what?
the food was okay, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
food was good.
yeah, it was
I
good.
can't remember what I had. I think it was potatoes, right? Or
I was
something.
gonna say they didn't have the sweet potato fries or something like that.
Oh,
Corn
I
nuggets, maybe.
don't remember now.
I can't
Yeah, there was like
remember.
corn fritters, sweet
Yeah.
potato fries. Somebody had fried chicken wings. Those look good.
Maybe Narcy.
I think it was Juanita. Or no, I think it was Allie.
Oh, I tried a fish for the first time that I never had, and now I can't think of it, but it's known down there. What's the name of that fish?
Is it mahi mahi?
No, I've had that. Mahi, mahi. Oh man, what the heck
It
is the
wasn't
name of it?
catfish. Did you have the catfish?
Oh yeah, that's what it. I've never had
Oh,
catfish
catfish.
before, so yeah,
Oh.
that's what it was.
It's just so common for me and Helen. We're like, what could she have
Yeah.
tried before?
Yeah, because over here it's like codfish and salmon and stuff like that. I've never had catfish.
Crabs.
Yeah, catfish is
Ew.
like a swampy river thingy. Like, have you seen them
Yeah.
when they go catfishing? They literally like
Bottom
fist the whole
feeders.
fucking fish. It's like stuck in their arm. It's so gross.
Yeah,
And
So
you ate that.
I did. It was good though. I ain't gonna lie. It was a little more fishier than like up here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because they eat all of the nasty stuff.
Yeah.
And so you if you get catfish that tastes clean, then somebody that like those
Something's
are
wrong.
farm raised. Yeah.
And then that's
Yeah.
when Allie found out what you really did.
Yeah.
She's like, you could have told us that. Yeah, she could have
Like, why
started
didn't
with
we just
that.
start there?
Yeah.
She thought we were all pharmacists because we kept
Yeah.
asking Narcy for something from the pharmacy. We got headaches, whatever we had. We're like, Narcy.
We should have been like, we're all pharmacists of a sort.
Yeah.
We went from flying high on fumes to being crashed down on the ground. Like this
Yeah.
goddamn plantation. It was
Yeah.
horrible. But in like a sad way. Not like in a like it was gorgeous, but like so heavy. But I think the best thing to come from that place, the fans that we got.
Yeah.
Because boy, did those come in handy.
Yeah.
They came in clutch.
Yeah, once we fixed Madge's so it would operate properly.
Mine wouldn't stay closed, but there were these really cool, like I think they were called like African style fans. And because again, humid as hell, fucking hot, and they have these misters, but they're like spaced 5 miles apart. And we got to do a self-guided tour, which I can't remember why I couldn't listen to mine. I think it was like not loud enough or too loud. I can't remember. So I was just like walking.
Well, and the way that they had you, like the progression on the thing was not like it got kind of jumbled a few times. Like it was just it was easier just to go to the different areas, and if they had one of those little the placards out or whatever to read that.
Yeah, there was a lot of placards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only time I listened to mine was, of course, in the Jackson Square beheading area. And I was like, oh, I love that this is the one story that came through loud and clear.
Yeah. Yeah. So and then by the time we headed back, it was like what, 3, 4?
Yeah, it was late because we were with her for like 7 hours, 8 hours, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
But
all
I mean,
like,
we were exhausted. It felt like we'd
yeah, we were completely fucking wiped and sticky.
Did we go out that night?
We sure
Yeah,
did.
because I got it into my little head. After out of the shower, I was like, you know what? I was like, I
Refreshed.
feel good. I was like, I want to go back down to the French Quarter.
The French Quarter?
YOLO.
Yeah, and Betty's like, yeah, let's go to the French Quartet.
Because that was the night we met Sabrina, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
when we
yeah,
went
we
to
ate
the
there, yeah.
Creole bakery, the Creole eatery, the Creole. It's called
All
Creole. I
right,
think
Betty,
Creole
what's the
eatery.
name?
Oh, Creole cookery.
The Creole
Oh.
cookery, yeah.
Mhm.
I
We
must
just
have-
We should've
randomly walked around
asked
and
for
we're like,
to-go menus from
well,
everywhere that we
we
went.
had like a lot of
Oh, yeah.
options, but we all couldn't find one that we wanted to go to. And then finally we found one that, because everything was like pretty pricey, which I later found out that they only make like $2 and change per hour, which is really sad.
Yeah.
The servers there. Like, how is
That's
that?
like that's standard server wage here
Yeah.
too.
What? That's insane. No. Over here it's
Yeah,
like
it's crazy. Working
anywhere
for
from
tips.
$9 to like $20, 21 maybe. So like $2 is
Wow.
crazy because I remember
Do you
Sabrina.
do you still tip your servers there?
Of course, yeah. They
Oh.
tip for everything here. You walk into a place and they give you a screen. How would you rate
You
the
tip?
service?
Yeah.
Like opening my door. Okay, you want a tip for that? Here you go. But yeah, so we finally found a place that we could all eat, and it was this really cool looking place. And online I had seen that people were like, yeah, good reviews, and it was the Creole
Oh, yeah.
Cookery. And the server was from, was it Florida or New York or something? But she lived there with her boyfriend, and she said she had 3 jobs and was telling she worked at Cafe Du Monde, some other place, some other cafe, and then at the Creole Cookery. And yeah, I thought it was really cute. And Betty, what was your favorite thing about that restaurant?
The fountain.
Yes, the fountain.
I was mesmerized by this fountain that was just randomly in the middle. So we sat outside. It was like a courtyard outside the restaurant, and there was this fountain, and it just kept changing colors. But there was something about it. I just kept staring at it, and I was just like, I'm just like so fascinated with this fountain. But
So
we'll
we'll
find out
circle
later why.
back to that. Yeah, we'll circle
Yeah.
back. Remember that fountain.
And by that
Remember the fountain.
fountain was what, 3 women and an old man, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
And it
Yeah.
had these pretty lights, and it looks like we're in a courtyard of like an old fancy house. That's basically what it looked like, because there's like windows everywhere, and I kept getting my attention pulled to the windows like in front of me, and I just kept staring at them, like looking at somebody, but there was like nobody there, but I was like transfixed, and I just kept staring up there. And
Because
I was
there's
like, you know what?
balconies too up there, right?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
balconies, and I was like, Juanita, we need a drink. Let's get a drink.
Do I have
And we get our
pictures of
food,
that?
which again, I just don't think I'm a Creole Cajun girly. Everything I had was like that style. I was like, it just doesn't taste like it has flavor, which is crazy because there's like a shit ton of Cajun seasoning, right?
Yeah. Everything was very mid. Like I will say that like of all of the touristy places that we went to go eat, I was not hella impressed by any. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was
It was
it
just
was
meh, you know? It's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
like, was it horrible?
Nothing
No. Was
made
it good? No.
and nothing was like I want to come back to New Orleans so I can eat this again.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't have anything that I was just like, oh, I can't wait to come back to eat that.
Yeah.
We'll get to everything we ate, but that was our second.
But it was actually 2
Creole.
couples that were behind us.
Mhm.
Or
Was
we
there
all of a
another
sudden
man
story.
Huh?
Or was it okay, so yeah, it was a lesbian couple and then a cis couple, right?
Yeah.
Because there was only one man.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I have the picture.
Were there
Is
two
it the
men there?
man old in there?
Yeah.
Were they
Two
at the
old
same
men.
table though?
Yep.
Oh,
Two
really?
old
Okay.
men and two old ladies. Narcy's
Oh,
just
I didn't
blocking one of the
even,
ladies.
I didn't
Yeah,
even
'cause-
clock the second old man.
Yeah. You want me to send?
Yeah.
I'll send the picture through chat.
Because
It's
there was an
actually a picture
interesting
of you and Narcy.
situation where Narcy all of a sudden became really upset and kind of enraged at this old white man that
As
was
she
sitting
should
by the
have for
fountain.
what he said.
Yeah. So what did he
Yeah.
say? What did she get mad about him saying?
He'd asked when he asked Sabrina where the restroom was, he'd said something along the lines of her going to assist him in the restroom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she could go help him. That was so messed up.
Yeah, it's gross.
Mhm.
And Mama Bear Narcy was not our waitress, bitch.
Yes.
Yeah, she wanted to go into the bathroom and like beat him up or something. I was like, girl, calm down. Like it was like out of nowhere. She just became
Yeah.
so enraged. Which again, that is a comment, but like I don't think she's one to typically fly off the handle like that. Like to literally about to get up to go like beat this old man up.
Yeah, like
No, 'cause
she got way more vehement than she
Mhm.
normally does. So
So
it was like,
something came over her.
yeah,
because moments before she was laughing and taking pictures with
Yeah.
Juanita.
It was
So.
like
Yeah.
a flip of a
and she
switch.
was the one that was sitting closest to him, right?
Yep.
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was in La La Land drinking my grasshopper. I was like, I don't even know what's going on.
I know that was the night I had a drink too. I have a picture of it.
Yeah,
I don't remember
yeah.
what it was, but I drank
That
it
was
and
the
I
best
remember it good.
thing. Yeah, we always got our entree, our drink, and our dessert. And it was like $80 lunches, $80 dinners.
Yes. I think this one cost me more because I had a drink too, but this was my first night ever trying in my life key lime pie, which was really good, I have to say. But also I've never tried any other key lime pie to,
It's a good
prepare
one.
it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it was really
Key
good.
lime pie itself is very it's just so refreshing for a dessert.
Yeah, it was.
Have you ever had key lime pie yogurt?
No,
Huh.
I
Well,
never
maybe you should
had
try
key lime.
Yoplait. Have you heard of them? Yoplait?
Yes.
They have a great key lime. Would
I'll
love
try it because I'm actually supposed to be eating a lot of yogurt.
What was it? C'est si bon, Yoplait. Remember the commercial from the 90s?
Yeah.
So yeah, my dessert I think was mid that night. I can't remember what I got, but I remember being like, damn it, I should have gone the key lime. Because I wanted the key lime.
Chocolatey, right?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
And again, I force fed Helen a bite. She's like, "Oh, I'm stuffed," because she had a salad. Just know, anytime she eats anything, it's a fucking salad. So
And
that's why we don't ask
honestly,
her.
and when we say salad, there's no toppings. It's just a wedge of lettuce.
It had toppings. And excuse me, but I did eat cookies on that trip. Thank you very
Yes, you
much.
did.
Yeah, that was her only intake. Of
Literally,
calories.
all she ate was cookies and air. That is how we found out that Helen is a cookie monster. Like you put cookies anywhere near her, and she's gonna eat them, and she can't stop. She won't stop. She's possessed. We'd come back from the house, and literally after her eating air at the restaurant, and then the next thing you know, she was balls deep into the cookie tin.
Yep.
Stuffing her face with cookies. We're like, I thought you weren't hungry. All of a sudden, you're scarfing down 5 cookies. Like, what's happening? I can't stop.
They were really delicious.
Okay.
The
To
moment
be
she woke
fair,
up to the moment she went to
I
bed,
just
cookie,
go over there
cookie,
and take a
cookie.
half a piece and eat it and move on and
Move on. No, it wasn't until you went to
go
bed
back
finally
and
got
get
your little
another
hands
half.
out of there.
Save me
I
some
was trying
cookies.
to reform the tin.
Oh, that's what we're calling it.
Like I'm
Push that
organizing.
dent out of it.
I'm making them all layered inside.
She had to take them out of there so it would fit back properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Okay,
trying
that
to
was
neaten it up.
your travesty on your flight where you had to check your luggage and you were like,
And
Right?
oh yeah, I forgot about that because they were all like, "Oh, we need somebody to
Sacrifice.
volunteer to check," and like none of us were giving our stuff up, and so they need like 5 people to volunteer to check their bags because there wasn't going to be enough room in the overhead bins.
Which
And
I
so then
totally don't understand that.
That's what I was just
Yeah.
about to say, because everyone apparently is doing what you guys always fucking do, which is just do carry-ons. So if every section of seats has that thing and it fits one thing for each person. How is the whole thing used? Is it like it makes no
Exactly.
sense? It should have
Why is there
space.
never room?
Because I thought it
Made
was
no
crazy when
sense.
this happened, but then it literally happened to me an hour later, and I was like, oh. And then it happened on my flight back where they asked for sacrifices. I was like, I'll
It
make
happened
it,
on my
take
flight
it.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've never had that happen. So it's happening. It's like a thing now. It's like
Mhm.
turbulence. You're gonna need to sacrifice your bag. So why am I wasting $70 to check a bag when they would just take it from
Right.
me anyways, but it wouldn't fit up there,
Mhm.
the carry-on. That's another thing.
Well, and then what really pissed me off was, as I'm walking to my seat, which granted I wasn't one of the last people on or anything, but I mean, I'm walking to my seat. And I'm like, look at all this space. Look at all this place I can put my carry-on in.
Right.
Like, take them from the people at
It's
the
because
end
you
of the
don't
line. Those
understand
bitches are lazy anyway.
aerodynamics. You know, it would throw off the balance.
Yeah, yeah. My tin of cookies was going to I should have stood up for them. I should have opened it up and been like, I'm not trusting you with these bitches.
It's okay.
But
That's why Helen was on it. She was making sure
she
she could
was.
make things right again.
Yeah,
She made
So
sure to eat all of the damaged cookies.
yeah, because she
I
didn't get any
did.
dessert that night at the Creole, but as soon as she came home, she went right back to the cookie tin.
Yeah.
Because did we play the game that night? Is that when we played the friendship game?
Oh,
Yeah.
That
the
is when we went
game.
into the attic.
Ooh, the
Oh,
attic. Yeah, we tried
We
to
did
like we
do that.
noticed that thing hanging from the ceiling. It's like one of those
Yeah,
pulleys that
no,
you pull down and there's stairs. But Narcy's the tallest one out of everyone. And again, I was injured, so I couldn't be like doing any crazy short people jumping like I normally would.
Well, you tried with the paddle. I have a
Oh
picture
yeah,
of
yeah, I
you with
have
the
the
paddle.
I still tried. So I got the paddle out and I was like, I know how to use this. I'm a professional kayaker. And so I went up there to get it. And then Narcy got on the stool and balanced on her toes and pulled it down, but it still wasn't all the way down. And then we all kind of got scared. We were all like, ah! And then we ran to
that was
our
the
rooms
only time that I felt like definite heavy presence was when we actually opened up the crawl
and
space.
released the Green
and I
Lantern
wanted to
man.
go up there and look.
Then you
Well,
should
you
have gone
did.
up
I didn't
there.
see you shimmying up any
Couldn't
ladders.
I didn't see you
couldn't
be
get it
like, I'll get
down.
there. Yeah, but you would have to do the rest. I mean, you can't do everything for you, okay? We did the hard part. It came down.
It didn't come down all the way.
And then immediately,
We
we
couldn't
after like an
reach it.
hour of getting this thing down, like in 2 seconds, we're like close, and we just went sat on the couch.
No, I think our
Wow.
thing was how are we going to put it back up and not get in trouble kind of
Yeah, we were
thing.
worried if we broke it, but we also wanted to see. We could see stuff. We had pictures of it, and they kind of
Yeah.
looked a little weird.
Yeah, there was definitely something up there.
Dark
And that
figure.
was the room that was directly between Narcy and my room, but like right in front of what I call my bathroom, which no one else was allowed to use other than
But
Narcy.
we all
And
used.
as you will
We all
hear, the
do.
disrespect is just astounding. How many times these hookers, and did I ever use their bathroom? No, not once. I never
You were
even walked in there
welcome
past the
to.
first day to look a little peeksy around the corner. I felt like I was invading their private space, and I was like, well, they're honoring my rules, so I should, be respectful. Well, well, well. So imagine we take down this thing and we release this weird entity, and oh, love it, right in front of my bedroom. Can't wait. And they have those weird windows. What were they called, Helen?
Transom.
Yeah, transom windows above every fucking door. And then at night you can see like big handprints on them. And then Narcy was like, oh, it's obviously when they installed them, but why would they still be there like 100 years later? Because these are old houses, you know?
And
You would
like,
think they'd
don't
wipe them
people
down.
clean it? Right.
Yeah, yeah. So, and they're like very tall. Like, yes, I'm short, but like I think you'd have to be like 9, 10 feet tall to do that, like comfortably,
Yeah,
like
Yeah, it
they
was
were
hitting it,
tall
built
right?
12-foot
ceilings.
ceilings, weren't they?
Yeah, they were hella
Yeah.
tall.
Yeah.
So much so, like I started to hear voices at night. Like I heard it the first night and the second night, and every night it would get louder. It felt like people were like having conversations and they were kind of like overlapping and they were trying to whisper. So nothing was very clear, but I could just hear distinct mumbling of voices. And I shared a wall with Helen. And I was like, is that her like CPAP machine? Is she being Darth Vader right now? Like, are they having conversations? I would text them, be like, is that you guys? And they're like, no, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh shit. And so then I started to realize that it was like people upstairs. But then I remembered it's a 1-story house. So there's nobody upstairs unless it's in the attic area. Right. So I started to like get a little freaky. And so the next morning I was like, you guys, I was like, I think there's something in the house. And Betty's like, yeah, yeah, I've been seeing a light. Right?
Yeah. The light and the shadows.
In the shadows of the door. Yeah.
That's what freaked me out. And the light, yeah. There was some weird shit around Helen when she was sleeping. and you can't wake this girl up when once she's sleeping, she's gone. This thing could have strangled me in my sleep. She would have woke up with me dead beside her and be like, "What the fuck happened?" Because that asleep.
I'd hear
She
you.
ain't saving me.
I got you.
Meanwhile, Madge hears something. I'm like, yeah, I hear it too. She's like, it's like chanclatas.
Oh yeah, no, that was like the next night. Because like this is like Thursday night after dinner, we're all talking and playing our game of emotional roulette. And
That was terrible.
It was great.
it was good.
We
And like
bonded.
yeah, we bonded, and it was like an emotional, like revealing, like deep level
Well,
conversations.
we bonded.
Yes.
Except for
Alan
what,
got
Betty?
PTSD.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. We bonded, but not Helen, because all Helen would say is yes, no, okay,
I don't know.
thank you. I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know, and I don't remember was like her go-tos.
Yeah, and so we'd be up at
doesn't
like
apply to
6
me.
and go to bed at like 1 a.m. to like, we would stay up late. And then somehow we all had different plans the next day because Helen and I needed to go pick up our vehicle. And so we all planned to, Betty, me, and Helen.
What wasn't this the day that we're getting up early to go to
I'm
breakfast
getting
with
to
Sabrina?
that. I'm trying to set the
Okay.
scene here.
Okay.
We only really needed me and Helen. And I can't remember why we enlisted Betty's assistance, but I think we needed it for a reason. Can't remember. Or maybe the other girls didn't want to go. I can't recall the details, but there was no point in all 5 of us heading down there.
Because I'm pretty sure that y'all were pretty much out the door by the time I got up.
Yeah, because I told him, like, listen, if we're gonna meet up with Sabrina, because the night before we had told her we were gonna go visit her other job and harass her boss by pretending to be regular customers that she's not gonna remember, but we're gonna know intimate details about her because Sabrina has fed them to us to give them back to her as a big prank. And so we're like, all right, if we're gonna go there first, then we need to do this and do this and do this and meet there and there. And so, but we're like, but I don't think they want to wake up early. They want to sleep in tomorrow, and that's fine. So then we'll just wake up at 7 and be out of here by 8. And then somehow these two knuckleheads, Betty and Helen, decide to wake up at 5:30 and then
I don't know
messaging
if
me,
this
like, "Are you
conversation ever
awake?" And I was
happened.
like, "They're Delulu. I'm going back to bed."
First of all, you never said we're gonna wake up at 7.
I did. I said it. I said, "Good night. I'm waking up at 7. See you tomorrow."
Nope. You said good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Waking up at 7? No.
Yes,
No,
I did. Either way, when I woke up after I slept in, these girls are like, "What you doing? We're supposed to leave here by..." I was like, "Why? We don't have to be there until this time. Like, it's only going to take us an hour to walk there if we're not going to go to Sabrina's." So we walked down to the trolley, right?
We went to the trolley, and we went to the little, what is that, like a mall?
Yeah, it was a mall.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so we went to this mall, okay? And this is how my girls do me. So we go to this mall, and it's first thing in the morning, and we go by this, like, I don't know, it's like a Sephora, but it's like a rich place where you get like moisturizer for like $97 million or something. I don't know. But anyway, some ladies.
And I know Sephora is one of them empty rooms in the mall with like 6 bottles of lotion, and they're giving you samples out of the door.
Yeah, so there's a lady giving samples at the door, so she like hands one to Madge grabs it real quick, and like I didn't even see her leave. Like, I don't even know what happened, but the lady started talking to me, and she's like, "Hold on one moment." And I'm just like, okay. So I just standing there, and she went back inside the store, comes out with a bottle, and then just like telling me all about this lotion. So I'm just staring at the bottle, thinking she's gonna like let me read it. I don't fucking know what's going on. But she proceeds to squirt this lotion on her finger, not on a sponge, not on an applicator, nothing, and then starts poking me in my eye. And I'm just like going back, like, what's going on? She's like assaulting me. And then I look, and you know what? There is no Madge. There is
Madge
no
bolted.
Madge bolted. Don't even see her. Helen's halfway down the stairs, but she did. I give her this. She did look behind her back, kind of like, and then she kept going. I'm just like,
I moseyed.
She
Madge bolted. I moseyed.
So the lady's like attacking my eye with this stuff and like, look at the difference, this and that. And I'm like, I gotta go. She's like, no, but wait, there's more. And as soon as she left, I bolted, and I'm just like, what is going on right now? But yeah, that was my first experience at this place.
That's a likely
I
story,
can
Betty.
testify that anytime we walked anywhere, it was definitely a game of try to follow the leader, but she's gonna jet off and we're gonna be half a mile behind because Madge means business when she is out walking the street.
Mhm.
So
Listen, they failed to
That sounded
mention
a little
why we're at this godforsaken mall in the first place. We're there to go to Cafe Du Monde. For what?
right.
For coffee, because we just woke up. At least I
Yeah.
did. They've been up for hours, so that's not my business.
Exactly.
So
With
I
no
need
sleep.
coffee,
because
okay? So I'm
yeah,
walking there. I see a vulture appear out of her lair, and I'm like, oh, she's a sleazy salesman. All she wants to do is get me. So I am very assertive. I see she's like, hi, would you like a sample? I said no, and think she's like, oh, maybe. I was like, okay, thank you. And then I see poor little innocent Betty walking all gullible, just asking
She
to be
got
taken
into
as a
the way.
mark. And so I'm like, this is my opportunity. I look at Helen. Helen looks at me like, I got you. And then I book it out of there. I get down the stairs. Betty walks into the cloud store. And then I hear her go, oh no, okay. And then she's like, what the hell? You guys, she attacked me. I was assaulted. But you could see it
And
coming.
now,
She was a vulture.
was it the night before or the first night that we got stopped with the guys
No,
on the
that was
corner
later.
and we
That was
left?
later.
Okay, it was a different. I thought this was
Yeah.
the second time we got
Yeah.
in a
No,
trap.
that was my first time assaulted.
Narcy
Listen.
got trapped the first the
Yeah,
other time.
I've lived in San Francisco and I've lived in Los Angeles. I have what they call street smarts. I know how to avoid situations and how to brush people off and how to not get entangled. And Betty is just too sweet for this world. She is
Yeah.
just waiting to be accosted and taken advantage. She's like, she'll be nice to people. I'm like, no, you can't do
Too
that out here.
innocent. Too
Just keep
innocent.
walking. Just keep walking.
But I don't make eye contact when I go out.
You
That's all it
can't.
takes is eye contact, and they want to tell me their life story and be my best friend.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't do it. I look down, look up, look this way. Nope, no eye contact.
That's why you got to switch on the RBF. Ain't that right, Juanita?
that's right.
Yeah, you got to be
That's
not
when it comes
approachable.
in handy.
They're like, if I talk to her, she's gonna piss me off. That's right. Keep it moving. So
Mhm.
after Betty gets accosted, we go to Cafe Du Monde, and the menu is very simple, very antiquated. So I order a set of 3/4 cups of sugar, powdered sugar, and something they called coffee. And then Betty's like, oh, do they have almond milk? I said, you know, you get what you get. She's like, what about oat milk? I'm like, they have no milk. They're gonna give you half and half. Okay.
It was awful.
Was it chicory coffee?
Yeah, but it wasn't necessarily coffee. It was the amount of sugar and like chocolate that was burnt. It was just all bad.
Ugh.
And the beignet, I'm like, this is what everyone's dying over. Like,
I,
what did you guys
yeah,
think?
I thought it was just.
It was a
I'm like, this
donut.
is it. I thought, yeah.
Well, but we had
So,
read that the ones at Cafe Du Monde were like overhyped and whatnot. That we should have went to Cafe Beignet. Like that
Oh,
they
I
were.
tried to, but somebody Ubered me and I didn't have time. So I had to stick with a scone. But anyways, we'll get to that day. Cafe Du Monde, right?
Yeah. Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So then we make our way to our fated appointment. But before we could even get there, we're not allowed to go on the sidewalk. Ain't that right, ladies?
Yes.
That's right.
We're not
No,
allowed.
that was no. I was with y'all for that, so that
Were you?
wasn't
Oh
it.
yeah, you were.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
a
yeah.
Is
different
that a
She was.
different day?
Yeah, because I almost got freaking speared by the bellboy.
Oh yeah, that was the day we walked to Starbucks for
Yeah, okay. So
coffee.
this is Starbucks to make up for Cafe Du Monde, right? We go
Yeah.
there and get
Yeah.
matchas that somehow I think were worse than Cafe Du Monde, right? We're
Well,
like, "Oh,
yours
we just
was
can't
mine.
win."
Mine wasn't bad, but you said yours was awful.
Yeah, mine was not good because I had this enormous venti, not nasty matcha, and I'm like, well, let's go to our appointment. Hopefully, it'll be quick because we're a little bit early. Oh
that you thought was going to be quick and easy, and there was like what? How many people in there when we first got in there?
A
There
lot.
was 4 people on the right side of me, and then I think 3 sitting
Three.
down. That one dude
Yeah.
and that couple, right? So
Mhm.
how many is that?
A bunch.
7. plus us 3, which equals 10, and then the one
I
person
was gonna
behind the
say,
counter.
how many people were working? One.
Oh,
One,
and
oh,
the
yeah.
one guy standing at the counter that was apparently been there
Yeah.
since 1952.
For sure. We're gonna call him Desmond because I think that's what his jersey said, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
And as
So-
we're standing there, we're like, do we just stand here? Do we like check in? Like, should we say something? And Lady's like, yes, I know, you're waiting. I know, but it's only just me right now, so don't you worry. And then what happens?
The 12-year-old came in and took over the other registered.
No, something
The
happened
little
before
young
that.
kid.
Something else happened.
Well, yeah.
That's right. All of a sudden, we hear an alarm, and we're like, what the hell is that? And then more people are starting to arrive during this chaos. And then the other little like young boy shows up to do his shift, which I think he was the
Yeah.
manager.
Yeah. The 12-year-old manager. They're like,
Mhm.
we're just testing the fire systems.
And
the
she's like,
fire
is that
alarms."
okay? Like, should we go outside? Should we evacuate? He's like, no, I think it's just upstairs or doing something. We're like, okay. And then it goes off again.
forever.
And then the fire
Loudly.
department shows up.
Yeah.
And then someone went out there to
Like,
tell
oh.
them, like, it was a mistake. Like, it's fine. Sorry, you
Mhm.
know. Meanwhile, I think
Meanwhile,
like
me
6
and
more people
Darcy are
have come
back at
in.
the Airbnb just sipping on Starbucks.
Yeah, they just woke up. Meanwhile, all of this has happened.
They got the good coffee.
Mhm.
And we're like
Enjoying our breakfast
waiting.
sandwiches.
Yeah. The
They
other
enjoyed
dude
their
helps like 4
sleep.
people, and one couple that kept coming
Right.
back, like every 15 minutes they kept coming back. We're like, what is their deal? Remember that Asian lady that kept
Yeah.
coming back?
Yeah.
Oh, because they
And
didn't know
then-
how to do the ticket or something.
Yeah. I was like, come on. Do you not see there's people waiting? You had your time. And he's helped like 5 people. And then meanwhile, the woman is still with that dude, Desmond. He's still
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
during all of this. And then finally, some cute little like Dorothy girl goes up there. Remember her? She was
Yeah,
just
she
real,
was
Oh, yeah.
she was
the
so
outfit.
cute. She
was
had like
cute.
red slipper chucks and a Dorothy dress. It was like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah. she
And
was
then
adorable.
finally, some girl comes in, and I guess it's an interview for a little dude. And it's his sister, but I didn't know that. But like the way he was talking to her, I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a minute. Can you go over there and wait? And we're like, okay. And we keep looking at each other like, man, this is taking forever. Like it's supposed to be a quick little trip. And then we get up to the counter, and he's like, all right, how are you guys doing? And we explain the situation. And he's like, all right, well, I had you set up for, was it a Pathfinder?
Yeah, that's what you ordered because that's what I can drive. That's what I drive.
And it was supposed to be extra large, so it could fit 6 people. And we're like, sweet, everyone gets their
Yeah.
own seat. Cool. And he's like, yeah, we don't have that. He's like, but I can put you in something else. I was like, yeah, but I was like, there's going to be, you know, more people. He's like, well, I got a minivan. And that's just when
Or some little car.
something in me snaps. And I said, sir, I was like, I have several big hipped women. And I was like, I'm not ready for that minivan life. I was like, please tell me there's something you can do. I was like, we all need to have our own seat. It's going to be a long time tomorrow. And so he's like, all right, let me see what I can do. But then I start to get this evil idea. And I said, Helen, what if we tell Juanita and Narcy that they don't have the car? That's true. But that we get like an even smaller car. And I got to be in the passenger seat because I get car sick, and Helen's got to drive. So it's going to be Betty, Narcy, and Juanita in the back.
And no Pathfinder, so he's going to give us this minivan, or we can get the bigger vehicle for an upcharge.
Yeah, the
Like,
upcharge too.
what?
I was like, no. I was like, you?
Yeah.
I was like, sir. Oh yeah. I was like, sir. I was like, you can't charge me more. I was like, you need to just make it work because I ordered what I ordered. I was like, I've been here. Desmond's still freaking here. 30 people later. I was like, the fire
Through the
alarm went
fire
off
alarm.
twice. The fire truck came here. I was like, and now you're gonna tell me I don't have my car? You want to put me in a minivan? I said, no.
She told him too, straight like that.
Yeah,
She's like,
yeah.
I ain't about that
That's
life.
the exact
I was like,
conversation.
you
Yeah.
have no idea what I've been through. These girls have been giving me daggers all day because they chose to wake up early. Like, that's not my problem. Every 5 seconds,
And
well,
she's-
we were up for 2 hours before you. I don't give a shit. I told you to sleep till 7. Like, no, you didn't. You didn't say that.
She's still in pain from the accident, and I have to now drive this car that is no
Oh,
longer a
yeah.
Pathfinder.
It's a boat. It's a
It's a
boat.
boat.
And then I get in the parking lot and I'm like, all right, let me find the smallest car and take a picture of it. Send it to Narcy and Bonita and be like, hey girls, I'm so sorry. Like they fucked up our reservation, which is true, they did. I was like, this is our car. And I could see little bubbles. I'm like, they're probably so pissed. I was like, but they're not gonna say anything. And I think Juanita was like, wow, that's crazy. You should call her manager. You should file a report. And Narcy
She
like,
went
we'll just
off.
make it work. Yeah. I was like, we'll just make it work. It's fine. I'm like, okay.
Juanita is ready to have corporate on the line. She's ready for refunds. She's
Yeah,
ready
I
for
am
to the Better
stuff.
Business Bureau.
4-hour road trip with my fucking hip hiked up the whole entire.
We'll get to the road trip.
Yeah, and then so we leave. We kind of get a little lost because I had something to do with it, but it doesn't matter. The point is, we're trying to get back, but we don't want them to know that we're here. We don't want them to like see the car, right? We want to be surprised when they go to get inside the little clown car and they're like, "Oh, it's a huge boat." But I think they had the windows rolled up or something, so they knew. And they were just trying to act chill because we walked in there and they're like, "Oh, how did it go?" We're like, "Sorry, it took so long." And Juanita's still ready to just go down there and talk to the manager.
Oh, do we still have what she said? It was gold though. Whatever she wrote, it was gold.
Yeah, I mean, she was like pissed off, and I was like, "Man, she's really taking this hard. Like, she does not want to be squished back there."
Oh,
Hold on. I gotta go
I
back
knew
to
exactly how the freaking ass lineup was gonna be in the backseat of that car, and it was not in my favor.
I was like, "Sorry, girls." I was like, I get car sick, and Helen has to drive because it's in her name. You're just gonna have to get close.
Oh, here we go. I got it. Hold up. We sent them. I don't even know what kind of car that was that you sent them.
It looked like a Dodge Neon, no?
It was a little.
Yeah.
So
Live
the first
transcript.
the first thing Juanita said is, so stupid. What even is the point of reserving online? I would have told them we needed the SUV behind it in the pic. 0-star rating. So Madge goes back and says like, oh, it's okay, it's the only one they have. And then Narcy's like, it's all good, we just need to get out and stretch a lot, right? So then Madge is going back and like, that's insane, you need to contact corporate about it. Absolutely not okay. And then there's a voice message, but I can transcript it, and it says, we'll make the car work, but Betty's gonna get you some of that money back because that's not gonna fly. Some stuff's blinked out. Gonna tell you they don't have another one. Had to drag somebody out of there by their ear. I wish I could play it because some of it's blank. Something, do you see this? I'm not fucking hallucinating. There's a whole other vehicle right there. Like, she saw the other vehicle. She's like, no, we
It was
want
our
that
vehicle.
She said, Helen, you should have started singing, so then we could say it was discrimination. Oh, signing. Helen
should have Helen Kellered it.
Helen Kellered it. But yeah, she was not having it. She's like, call corporate, get money back. We ain't having this.
She was
shit.
so pissed. I almost felt a little bit guilty, but I was like, nah, then it's gonna be even better when she sees the big ass car.
I just
Like,
know
does she
who
think
I'm
I was just
going
gonna
to
take
when
that
somebody
lady
wrongs
down?
me. I'm gonna be like, Juanita, can you take care of this, please?
Oh, was not happy.
No. And you sent them a voice memo too of the alarm. She's like, if we gotta listen to it, they do too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, well, we were sitting in there. Yep.
Oh shit.
I was like, I sent them. I was like, oh my god. I was like, if there's a big line, it might take longer. I was kind of giving them a play-by-play, and then when he said that, because I asked him, I was like, please. And then I listed all the reasons why he needed to honor my reservation.
The big
He was like, let
difference.
me call my boss and ask. And he called his boss and asked. And I think during this time, I was really laying it on thick for Juanita and Willa. I was like, listen, ladies, he's trying to get it. He's trying to screw it.
He was laying it on thick to his boss too. He told him exactly
He's
what
like,
you
he's
said.
like,
The alarm's
man, they went,
going
the
off.
alarm's
the
gone
fire
off.
department-
Desmond's still here. And when we left, Desmond was still fucking there.
Yeah. That poor guy, he was getting no vehicle.
Yeah. Oh, that guy's a fool. But yeah, what else did we do that day besides the car situation?
We walked downtown, right? I think that was our tour that night.
The haunted tour?
Yeah.
Oh,
Friday?
well,
Oh, yeah, that
before
was.
that, we went
Because we
to-
parked all day. We drove we went and picked up
we
the
went
girls
to
and went back.
lunch to the apothecary.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ended up getting our rental only to take a fucking Uber to the fucking. Yeah, that was the biggest waste of money, was getting that rental. That was such a waste, but it did come in handy that one day. But for that day, we got that rental, and then we're like, let's just get an Uber to take us back to the French Quarter, because we needed to take our tour that night and also go to the Apothecary Museum.
No, we drove down there because remember we ended up back in our parking spot.
We drove downtown, but
We
then we
did?
went back, and then we came in an
then we
Uber
got
for
the
the
Uber.
car.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we did drive, and that's where we're like, yeah. Oh, we had
Yeah.
to pay for the special parking spot. That was the only spot we could find that like
Yeah.
Helen could back into, and barely she could do it then. It was this
took us,
big
like,
ass
15
star,
minutes.
which cost us
Look.
like 3 times as much as another spot because it was so tight in there. And this thing was a fucking boat. Like it was extra,
It
extra
was
large.
huge.
Oh, it was
What was
crazy.
we in anyway? An expedition? What
Yeah,
were
an
we in?
expedition.
Yeah,
It's
expedition.
Yeah, it was
huge.
nice.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Dorothy was laid out all by herself in the back seat.
Yeah.
That was on the road trip. But we went, picked you guys up, went downtown, found that parking space. That's when we went to the pharmacy museum.
No, first we ate at the apothecary, the little witchy,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
cute place with they had all the dry herbs.
Yeah, because we actually tried to eat there on Thursday night, but they had just taken the last reservation. We're like, oh my God, it's so cute and perfect.
They had that private wedding party,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. And so we had to settle for Creole, which was nice afterwards. And then we're like, we got to go back. And that was our main reason for going back out there, was
Yeah.
we wanted the Vampire Apothecary restaurant.
Well, wasn't that fun? We had so much going on that this extended into part 2, which is actually uploaded already. So go ahead on over there and check that out. See you there.